Hi, everyone. I am back. Welcome back to you. Welcome to all of my new subscribers. Welcome to all of my previous subscribers. I am still having a blast, and I thank you guys so very much for joining me and for subscribing and for checking out my channel and for the thumbs up. Be sure to hit the subscribe button. I love it. This is so much fun, and I am really enjoying it. I'm a couple of days late. Forgive me for that, but I do have some goodies to show you. And let me get on with the introductions. I am Pam, and this is Pamela's Crochet and Knit Corner. I am a wife and a mother of a grown-up, and I reside in Southern California, where it is still hot. I don't understand it. We don't know what's going on. But right now, as I'm talking to you, it is probably about almost 80 degrees outside. I just got home from work. I do work full time, but I love all things yarn, football, music, and good food. Thanks again, everyone, for joining me. I don't know if you saw my accidental techie video. I'll explain that in a moment, but I am still not officially on Tech Island. So you know what to do. Go grab a pad, go grab a pen. You might want to get a beverage. I'll try and make this one short. This is not going to be a regular podcast per se. It is episode 6, though. How about that? Episode 6. And this is October 21st, 2019. I am going to show I have a finished object. I'm wearing it. And I have another finished object to show you. And everyone was saying, show us what you got at Rhinebeck. So that's predominantly what I'm going to do in this video is share with you what I got from Rhinebeck, what the what, and who I met and everything. I'm just so stoked about that whole event. And before all of the afterglow wore off, I thought I would jump on and share everything with you guys. So let's get started. For those of you that don't know, Rhinebeck, New York is actually a place. It's where the Sheep and Wool Festival happens every single year. And anybody and everybody, the creme de la creme of the fiber world, they go to Rhinebeck every year. There are indie dyers there, everything from you can project bags to stitch markers, raw materials so that you can spin it. Spinners are there. Everyone goes there. The who's who of the knitting and crafting world, they descend upon Rhinebeck Sheep and Wool Festival, and it was this past weekend. So someone here in California came up with the great idea to have Rhinebeck West. And I thought, oh my gosh, this is my chance to go to a festival that's not too far from my home. And so, long story short, I went. I met up with Zelda NRJ3, and we went. We knew that Claudia from Crochet Luna was going to be there and some other indie dyers and vendors. And so we drove there to Inglewood, California, to a wonderful little shop called The Knitting Tree. I had no idea it was even there. I didn't know that it existed. And as soon as I step in, it's like, oh! And then I lock eyes with Claudia, Crochet Luna. I've been watching her for a long time. And she does like this. She waves me over. I'm like, Claudia. I go over and I'm fangirling, freaking fangirling, and she's just talking to me. She is so easy, wonderful, down to earth. And I'm just like, I'm frozen. I felt like a goober. And it was just fantastic to talk with her and to meet her. And I'm taking it all in. And I turn around and there's Kim, the crafty nomad. And I'm thinking, again, fangirling, it's like, oh my gosh, this is great. So I was walking around and talking with people who I watch and admire and just enjoy their podcast. And I thought, oh, it doesn't get any better than this. And then somebody that I am yarny friends with on Instagram, and I have purchased her patterns and I've also purchased her bags. She walks in, Michelle from Two Bossy Knits. And I'm like, again, fangirling totally. And it was just, it went on all day long. It totally went on all day long. Someone else who I saw there who is very famous in the knitting industry for film and productions and movies and things. I was scared to say anything to her. Brenda Maven, you might remember her from Christy Glass Knits, did an episode interviewing her, and she's the one that knitted all of the knitwear, sweaters, scarves, beanies, everything you saw in the Gilmore Girls. And I thought, oh my gosh, that was just fantastic. I love that show. That show was just awesome. And I was just standing there watching her, and she just moved around freely, like it was just, she was in her element. And I thought, oh my gosh, And then I also got a chance to talk to Lisa Knits, and I'm like, wow, so it just all day, I was like, and fangirling just out of my mind. So, the event was really nice. It was 2 days, but we went on Saturday. Sunday is when the animals were actually going to be there. But the day we were there, they had a knitting obstacle course. There was a food truck there. There was music. As soon as you walk up, people were outside crocheting and knitting. And as soon as you get inside, people were gathered around a table. I think it's Frost Knits. She was carding fabric, wool, right there in front of you. And people were spinning their yarns. And it was really, really nice. And it was my first time going to a fiber festival. And I thoroughly, thoroughly, thoroughly enjoyed it. But I think the highlight of that was, just meeting Claudia. And she invited me to go to Stitches SoCal in a couple of weeks. And I'm like, me? So she's like, yeah, I mean, talk about down to earth, man. It doesn't get any better than that. And then to stand there and talk with Michelle for quite some time. And I also met Parlez-vous Crochet. She makes beautiful crochet earrings, really, really pretty crochet earrings. All of these people that I'm talking about are on Instagram, and I have my handy dandy Kindle here so that I can make sure I spell everything right. Two Bossy Knits is two, BOSSAYNITS. That's sassy. I love that. And she has a website, and she is also on Instagram. She sells patterns. She is a beast with the hook. She sells patterns, and she makes these beautiful earrings, which I will show you in a moment. She does it all. So she has a website. Check her out on Instagram. That's her handle on Instagram. Parlez-vous Crochet, PARLEZVOUS Crochet. And she also makes these beautiful crochet earrings. She's very talented. She is on Instagram as well. It was amazing to meet these people and speak with them and just kind of brainstorm and talk about yarny things. We were surrounded by yarn and just a wonderful, wonderful time. The Knitting Tree is a nice little store, and I'm really glad that I found it. So I definitely will be back. They have Sunday brunch where everyone brings something and you bring your project and you sit there and crochet and knit. How cool is that? So I will definitely be back. So I know you guys want to see what I got from Rhinebeck West. This was the flyer. I hope you guys can see that. Rhinebeck West. And yarn. This is the one-of-a-kind colorway. Usually for Rhinebeck, the indie dyers will dye a specific colorway for Rhinebeck. And after that, this colorway goes away. So this is the colorway that was dyed by the owner of the knitting tree for Rhinebeck West. And it says it right there. It says Rhinebeck West. And it's by Moonstone Dye Works. And this is a Merino DK. I hope you can see the colorway is a beautiful green. It's a mixture of greens. There's some purple in there. There's some dark greens. Very pretty. So I bought one skein, and there are a lot of one skein projects out there. So I'm going to find the perfect project for that, because once I use this, that's it. There is no more. So I got that. Oh, I have never worked with this yarn before. It is 60% virgin wool and 40% polyacryl. But this is Gomatolo. And when I saw this big, huge ball, these colors are in my color wheel for sure. And look at that mixture. I can't wait to see what's inside of there. So I have to think of a good project for this. But there's a lot of yarn in here, so I can make a good project with this. And of course, I will share that with you when I do. But that was my other Rhinebeck West acquisition. And then, of course, I had to buy some buttons from Claudia. It says Rhinebeck. This one says, nobody puts crochet in a corner. This one's kind of naughty. Close your eyes if you don't want to see. It says yarn porn. So Claudia has beautiful buttons. She also does project bags. And I had bought one of her project bags previously. And then, of course, you have your Rhinebeck button. Oh, gosh. So I picked up one of those. And then I got a Rhinebeck bag. And it has drawstrings. And you can just throw it over your shoulder, put your project in there. But that is so cute. And then Two Bossy Knits. She had her earrings with her. So I snagged a pair of these beauties. I love blue. It's one of my favorite colors. It's definitely in my color wheel. And these are pretty. And those were made by Two Bossy Knits. And again, she has a website, twobossyknits.com. And she is on Instagram. Love these. And then Kim from the Crafty Nomad, she watches my channel. Hi, Kim. And she knows that I put a ladybug on everything that I make. I don't know if you guys can see. There it is, my ladybug, right there. She bought me some ladybugs. She knew she would see me there because we talked back and forth on Instagram and said, are you going? Yes, I'm going. Okay. So she bought me some ladybugs. I thought that was so sweet. That was very nice of her. So I love ladybugs, and I will be using those as well. Also, you guys, those are all of my acquisitions from Rhinebeck. I had to reserve myself because, man, you can lose your mind in a place like that. And I wanted a mug, but I was like, no, I have so many mugs. That's my other obsession is mugs. I really like mugs, and I'll share that with you guys later on too. But you guys, I won a giveaway. I won a giveaway. Beautiful Butterfly she has a YouTube channel, and she's awesome. She crochets, she knits, she sews. She's also kind of a motivational speaker too. If you go back to some of her previous videos, those are very motivating and uplifting. And I heard about her from the Canadian crocheter, Debbie. So I popped over to her channel, and I entered a giveaway. I binge watched all of her, most of her videos, and I won the giveaway. She also makes bath soaps, bath scrubs, things for your face, all kinds of neat, healthy things for you. And the name of that is called AppCAD, APCAD, AppCAD Handmade. Now, she is on Instagram as Beautiful Butterfly. So you can look her, excuse me, she's on YouTube. It's YouTube as Beautiful Butterfly, and she has a channel. So look her up from there. And I won a giveaway. I won a giveaway, and this smells wonderful. This is a bath salt, and it smells absolutely wonderful. So I can't wait to use it, but I wanted to keep it and share it with you guys. And I don't want this to spill all over my console, but you see all of those natural ingredients in there? Yes. Good for your skin, good for the soul. What am I wearing? What am I wearing? What am I wearing? That's right. Are you guys all yelling at your devices? I have a finished object. I am wearing the poncho from Yolanda, Soto, Lopez. I showed it to you in Whipville, and I am finished. I don't know if you guys can see the whole thing. I put fringe on mine. I put fringe. Now, what happened was, I wanted to do the shell part of it. She has you go down to a certain length, and then you're supposed to do the shell stitch. Well, I did that, and it was so I had to rip back about 5 or 6 rows. And I said, you know what, forget it. I'm not going to do that. So I kept going. I ripped back those 5 or 6 rows, and then I put in fringe. But before I did that, I blocked it. I usually don't block anything. I have blocked some beanies before because they were hand dyed yarn, but I blocked it. It was down to my knees after I blocked it. And I thought, oh, good grief. So then that's when I ripped it back. And then I just put on the fringe. And this is the yarn that I got from the Little Knittery in Los Feliz when we did the meetup with Seta. Hi, Seta. When we did the meetup with Seta. So this is all hand dyed yarn. It is washed, and so you can wash it. I did a cold rinse, and blocked it. I laid it out on my yoga mat, and I blocked it. So I like it. I'm happy with it, how it came out. I didn't wear it to Rhinebeck because usually with Rhinebeck, everybody makes like a Rhinebeck sweater, and they make it specifically to wear to Rhinebeck that particular year. So I was going to wear this, but it was hot and it didn't match what I wanted to wear because I wanted to be comfortable. So I did wear this. And you guys remember this. I showed you this a couple of episodes ago. So that's my knit shawl. And I wore that. And I had people ask me about it. It was interesting. It felt kind of weird. Someone walked up to me. She goes, "Aren't you Pamela from Pamela's Crochet and Knit Corner?" And I'm like, "Yes." It was cool. It was awesome too. But yeah, a couple of people asked me about it. They said they really liked it, and because this is cotton, the air just kind of circulated, through it. So that's why I wore this. I just threw it over my top. And that was fine. So that's that. I ordered, I'm sure everyone heard about the Hokey Locatelli, the BA bag. I splurged. My birthday's coming up in December, so I thought, what the heck? She's going to sell out. I know it. I want one. So I did it. I did it. I did it. This is how it comes wrapped in this nice soft bag. This is Hokey's card. And I'm not going to do like Gigi did. I can't. But this is fantastic. It is, and it's called the BA project bag, which I think stands for Buenos Aires. I am not certain, but that is where this is made, and that is where this came from. This beautiful black and leather suede bag. Look at that. I don't know if I'll ever put a project in this, and this leather will eventually get a patina on it from you handling it, and it'll just get better and age with time. And inside, I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you can. It's a pocket inside of there, and it's enough room for a project. It is a box bottom where it will sit up, and this is suede. This is suede. So yes, this is my early present to myself. And I don't know what project will go in here as of yet, but beautiful. Beautiful. My last acquisition, something I purchased for myself. Again, like I said in my last one, yes, as makers, we can pretty much make whatever we want, but sometimes I don't want to. I'd rather purchase it from another maker, support small business. We support each other, we lift each other up, and just give each other a great big hug. And I think it's fantastic. So I saw this on Instagram, and I've been following her for quite a long time. And the name of her Instagram and her business is Tees Cozy Blessings. And I hope you can see that. Tees, T apostrophe S, Cozy Blessings. And she is on Instagram, and she also has an Etsy store. So when I saw this scarf, I DM'd her and I said, are those in your Etsy store? And she said, no, not yet. They will be after she does her market. I said, but can I buy one now? And she said, absolutely. And look at this. Isn't that gorge? And this scarf, and it's really hard to show black, but look at that. I love the double palms. This is double, so it's nice and thick, and it is fantastic. Just fantastic. I like a nice scarf that you can wrap around a couple of times and then just be fancy. I love it. Absolutely love it. So when it's no longer hot here, which I'm wondering when is that going to be, I will definitely be wearing this. Very cute. Tease, Cozy Blessings. And she has beautiful colorways in this. I saw another colorway pop up and I was like, oh my gosh. She does the headbands. She does the cowls, pretty much everything. She's a maker and she has a business. So I really like this and I'm super happy with my purchase. And I will be wearing this. I can wear it when I go to the mountains. It's cool up there. So I will be sporting this for sure. I have another finished object. I saw a tutorial by Ashel, and that's capital A H, capital S H E L, Anne, Ashel Anne, A-N-N-E. She has a YouTube channel and she does tutorials. She crochets. She's a maker also too. So I saw this tutorial for an easy crochet cowl. She uses the shell stitch, but I like what she did with it. Hold on, I'm going to go get Emerald. This is Emerald, and she is wearing the Easy Crochet Cowl. Now, what Ashel did with the shell stitch, what she did with the shell stitch is in the chest area, she closed it off. So she has you do the shell stitch and then you drop down into the middle stitch, which closes this like that. And that's what all of this is. That's what this whole upper panel is about. And it's called pattern A. Look at that. And then there's your center spine. And then she has you do pattern B, which is you open the shell up. So this is wonderful. Very quick make. I used my knit crate yarn. And she also has it where you take your ties, your back, the tips of the shawl. She tells you exactly how to count down. You attach a button and then voila. So it doesn't come off. It always stays in place. And this is just, it was such a quick make. It flew off of the hook, literally. It flew off the hook. Super cute. So if you want to, let me see if I can. I'm so hot. but I put it on for you guys. Okay, I'm just gonna wing it here. There we go. So, look at that. Isn't that nice? Adjust it how you want. And then everything is closed off here, so you don't have to worry about it coming off or falling off. And if you want it to hang a little bit lower, you can just pull it down, or you can make your buttons lower as to where it will, fit you nice. But this is nice, and you can feel the warmth here in your chest area, which is what she was going for. And then you have the open shell stitch right here. It's all shell stitch. All of it is shell stitch. So that's Ashell Ann, and she has a YouTube channel, and this is her latest YouTube tutorial. Well, that's pretty much it, guys, and we're already at 31 minutes. Oh my gosh, I'm really sorry. I'll get better at this, I promise. But my accident tech thingy was when I was at Rhinebeck. Everyone had their phone out and they were videotaping. Somebody asked me, did I have a channel? And I said yes. So I went into my phone to show it to them. I saw a picture of a camera, and I thought, okay, push that, push this, and it started filming. So I just kind of panned around the room and I was talking really low. And then all of a sudden I got scared and I cut it off. And right after I cut it off, my phone just died. I pushed send and my phone died. But it uploaded anyway, so at least I got a little snippet to show you guys of Rhinebeck. But if you want to see a full-blown Rhinebeck, then go over to Z's channel, Zelda. You guys know Z, Zelda, NRJ3. She did a whole really cool video on it, showed all of the yarn and showed everything. I think Kim, the Crafty Nomad, I think she did one as well. Kim has a channel also too. She makes beautiful project bags, and she's a crafty extraordinaire. She does all kinds of crafts. So check out her channel, Kim, the Crafty Nomad. And that's it, you guys. I will be back next week, and I think I'm going to show you my beanies next week. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it wasn't too long for you. Thank you again for joining me. Thank you for subscribing. I so appreciate it. Thank you for hitting the like button, thumbs up. Do your notification bell so you'll know when I post another video. Just thank you so much for being here and for all of the wonderful comments. I really, really am having fun with what I'm doing. And I love that you guys are patient with me, that I'm not on Tech Island yet, but you're using that pen and pad that somebody gifted you that you didn't know what to do with. So kicking it old school is a good way to do. And I don't have anything for back in the day this time, but I will next time. Thank you again. Have a good evening and or a good day. Bye for now.